welcome back to another Circle Food Tour. This is David with TUCI. I am on Euclid Avenue on my way to Kantina, where we will be filming today. I wanted to show you guys walking up to where Kantina is because it can be a little hidden spot to find. Kantina is one of our restaurants in the uptown area. As you can see, we've got Mocha behind me, and they're located on the ground floor of the Hillel Foundation building, which is nestled right by UH. And I'm gonna flip my camera around so you can see. So here we are at Kantina. As you can see, we've got Church of the Covenant down there. We've got UH right across the street. We've got all of the University East buildings, and we pan over back to where the Museum of Contemporary Art is located. So here we go. Kantina. Now typically, of course, Kantina would have a wonderful patio setting out here. It was raining a little bit earlier today, so we don't have that set up. But it is a great patio spot for those that are looking to experience a new restaurant while abiding by social distancing and staying safe. Don't mind my stuff in the corner there. But there are Chef Nathan, who you will see a little bit later, was telling me quite a bit about the wildlife that is located here, just right here in these shrubs. So there's plenty of things to check out. And of course, being a few steps down from Euclid Avenue, it covers up the sound. So a little bit about Kantina before we go inside. Kantina is an all kosher restaurant. Obviously, kosher cooking is a part of the Jewish faith, and we'll talk a little bit more about that during the demonstration. But let's go ahead and head inside.
Today we're going to be preparing a chimichurri chicken breast with Mediterranean style couscous.
Nice, nice. So I'm going to have you go ahead and get started. What do we got on the table?
Okay, to start we have all of our mise en place, kind of like all of our ingredients: fresh diced onion, parsley, cilantro, a little bit of olive oil, fresh garlic, white vinegar, salt, and pepper. We're going to be starting with our chimichurri marinade for our chicken breast. As you see, I've already got everything kind of prepared. What you're going to want to start with is about a half a cup of fresh chopped parsley, and you're going to need either a blender or a food processor for this. So you can start just by adding all of your chopped ingredients right into the food processor. So parsley, fresh cilantro, diced Spanish white onions. The white onions, you're going to use about a half a cup of white onions for you, and it's about a half a cup of both fresh chopped parsley and cilantro. Next, you're going to move on to about a tablespoon or two. I like a little bit more garlic. You can add or subtract to your liking. Then we're going to move to about 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. You're going to salt and pepper to taste, probably about a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of pepper. And then a little bit of white sugar. Sugar just adds that extra little bit of sweetness to it and makes it taste really well. Then we're going to add about a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. Once you get all your ingredients in your blender, put your top on and pulse it just a few times to get everything nice and chopped and incorporated nicely. Then you should have your nice chimichurri marinade. Once your marinade is all finished, we're going to go ahead and transfer it into a bowl. You want to save a little bit of your marinade for the end, so you can drizzle some right on top the finished product of your couscous and your chicken. Next, you're going to take your chicken breast. We use boneless, skinless breast of chicken. You can use any type of chicken to your liking, legs, thighs, whichever you prefer. But you'll take your chicken, place it in the marinade. Make sure it's completely covered, both sides. You're going to want to marinate your chicken for a minimum of 4 hours. I recommend kind of doing this a day ahead of time, leaving it in the refrigerator overnight. It'll let the flavors all soak in nicely for you. All right.
Is this a dish you can find on the menu here?
This is the chimichurri chicken you can find on the menu here to dine in. It is one of our most popular menu items for you.
So how long do you like to marinate it in the restaurant?
We typically like to marinate it about a day ahead of time to let the nice flavors soak in and get throughout the chicken. So once you're finished, this is the finished product. This is what it'll look like after about 24 hours in the refrigerator. You want to take your chicken, move over here to your skillet, turn that on. You're going to add a little bit of olive oil into the pan here for you. Get your olive oil nice and hot. Now keep in mind you don't need a lot of oil because the chicken does have oil in the marinade already. While you're waiting for your pan to heat up, we can actually start on the Mediterranean couscous. The Mediterranean couscous starts with about 1 3/4 cups of chicken stock. I've already got that on the stove here, kind of heating up for us already. So you can get your stock on to boil. Once your chicken stock does start to boil, you can use any couscous. I'm using a small grain Mediterranean couscous here. You just want to add the couscous directly to your boiling chicken stock. Stir it around once or twice. And then just go ahead and cover that and remove that from the heat. That'll take about 5 to 10 minutes, and the couscous will swell up nicely for you. Now that our skillet's nice and hot, just want to get some good color on your chicken breast. To get your skillet nice and hot, your chicken should brown fairly quickly. While you're letting your chicken kind of brown, you can prepare the rest of your ingredients for your couscous. The Mediterranean couscous has diced green bell peppers, which we've already prepared. You have some fresh diced cucumbers, white Spanish onions, and we have some halved or quartered cherry tomatoes, depending on the size of the cherry tomato. Okay. Go ahead and flip your chicken over, give it another minute. And then we'll be finishing the chicken off in a 350-degree oven that we previously had preheated.
How long would you bake the chicken for?
You're going to bake the chicken depending on the thickness of the chicken. You're going to want to put it in there for about 15 to 20 minutes. And if you have a meat thermometer at home, definitely use a meat thermometer, check it, and make sure it's cooked to at least 165 degrees. Okay?
Now, while things are cooking, I know Kantina is probably a hidden gem in the neighborhood. Not a lot of people are familiar with it. How long have you been here?
We've been here for about 5 years now.
Nice. You're nestled right between the subway and the Church of the Covenant buildings, located in the Hillel Foundation building, right across from U8. Got a great patio out there. I wish the viewers could see it. You guys, I know it was raining earlier today. You guys have tables and chairs out there?
We do. Typically, with weather permitting, we do have a entire patio. You can sit and enjoy the weather and eat right out there. Once your chicken is brown, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and throw it in the oven. And it should come out like so. Now go ahead and let your chicken rest for just a few minutes. Go ahead and grab your couscous that's been sitting for about 5 to 10 minutes. You want to take the top off of there for you. And just use a fork and kind of fluff it up a little bit. Once you fluff it up, you're going to transfer the couscous into a bowl.
Chef, do you know the difference between couscous and quinoa? It looks so similar to me.
I don't.
Does it taste different to
I
you?
honestly don't. Yes, it does. I know couscous is a grain. I'm not actually sure what quinoa is, but they do have very similar flavors. The textures are very different. As you can see, this is a small grain couscous.
Yeah.
The quinoa looks almost identical before you cook it. Once you cook it, the quinoa almost becomes translucent.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Once you have your couscous in a bowl, you can start adding all of your fresh ingredients. It's one of the best things about this. It does have that nice crispness to it as well. We're going to add some diced Spanish onions. We're going to add cherry tomatoes. Fresh diced green bell pepper. And diced English seedless cucumber for you. Once you have all that incorporated, you can kind of add just a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. Some fresh squeezed lemon juice, kind of did that at a time. And then we're just going to toss that all together. And then we'll season the taste here in just a moment.
It's a very colorful summer dish for sure. Colors are great.
It's very nice. It's nice and very crisp. Sorry, I'm just checking the recipe.
No, we appreciate that. That way the viewers know step by step that their recipe matches up with yours.
Because as you know, when you're in the kitchen, you kind of do things
Exactly.
from memory and on the fly. So, you're going to season with just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you always want to taste your food to make sure that it's nice and seasoned and you don't need to add any more. We are good.
Now, if folks aren't familiar with Kantina, they're definitely probably not familiar with the fact that Kantina is a all kosher restaurant and catering business. What does it mean when food is kosher? Just the layman version of that.
The layman version, the food is held to higher quality during preparation, slaughtering, butchering, and so forth. The whole process is just very monitored from start to finish to make sure the food is kept in the utmost pristine way that you can. Now, once we have the couscous on the plate, you can take your chicken breast. Just put your nice chicken breast right on top. But don't forget, we did save some of that marinade in our blender here. You're going to take just a little bit of that marinade. Just give yourself a nice little drizzle right around the plate. A little bit of extra flavor on top of the chicken. And there we are. Marinated chimichurri chicken breast and Mediterranean style couscous.
Slide that plate over here so I can show a close up here. Certainly looks delicious. Got those nice Mediterranean colors in it. It only took about 15 minutes to actually prepare. You know, with the cooking time of the chicken, another 15 minutes or so. Easy, perfect dish for the family.
It's nice and it's quick and it's delicious.
Nice. What are some of the other favorites at Kantina on your menu?
One of the most popular items on our menu by far is our 24-hour braised teriyaki brisket.
That
It
sounds
is
delicious.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. What are your hours right now with obviously changes with COVID-19? What's the current hours here?
Due to COVID-19, Sunday through Thursday, we open our doors at 3 o'clock p.m. and we close at 8 p.m. On Friday, because of Shabbos, we're open during the day. We open at 11 a.m. and we close at 2 p.m.
Well, thank you so much for walking us through this demonstration. We certainly appreciate it. If you're tuning in at home, I hope you are enjoying it. You likely needed to pause a few times to catch up, and that's completely fine. We'll do another cooking demonstration in 2 weeks. We'll be featuring Chef Brandon Krostowski over at Edwin's Butcher Shop. We're going to do some fun grilling with Brandon, so be sure to check that out. Circle Connects is brought to you by PNC Bank, powered by PNC. We thank PNC for bringing all types of summer programmings to all of our viewers in University Circle so that you can stay in touch with the neighborhood. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.